called my mom and I said, Mom, just so you know, I'm going to start dating guys now. And she said, honey, I love you, but I love God more, and I can't accept this about you. And I testify to you that God's plan for you is to marry a woman and to have children, and that is his only plan of happiness for you. And I said, Mom, you know what? I get it. I believed all of this up until a week ago, too. And I don't need you to accept what I'm doing in my life right now. I just need you to respect that I'm making the best decision for me right now. And to learn alongside me on this journey, I'm like, I'm going into new territory. I never thought that I was gonna, be a part of the LGBT community. But I was, and after all the scary things I was told about it, I was like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but if you just will walk with me on my journey, I'll appreciate it. And if, however much you want to or don't want to, it's fine. But this is where I'm going either way. And I tried to still stay in my church, and eventually it was just too much there's a lot of conflict in my head and my mind, and so I decided to step away. And then People magazine got a hold of the story, and they announced it before I was ready to announce it myself. And which was fine, because then I was like, okay, they ripped the Band-Aid off for me. Okay, whatever. And I didn't hear from my mom for a few days after that People magazine article came out. And I was like, oh no, I pissed my mom off. Okay, I promise I'm getting to music again. This is the only time I tell a story in the show. And I was like, oh, and then my mom texts me a few days later. She says, I've decided to step away from the church. And I was like, Mom, you don't have to do that, because I know how much that means to you and how much it's meant to all of us, all of our lives. And it's not to bash on people who still go to church and stuff. But she said, you know what? I don't want to be somewhere where my children don't feel loved and welcomed. And if you're going to hell, then we're all going to hell with you. And so I was like, and she said, we're family through the good.